Okay, one more time. Here it goes. You see, guys, this is all about this pattern of hate. The idea that he would take my words that used to promote a race. Okay, we all know that grudge is not guaranteed. We all know that I'm working, and me and my partners are working really, really hard to make this a great show. Now, early on, very early on, I said 100 graduates guaranteed, or else I'm going to put on a pink wig or do something crazy. That was my guarantee against, that was my guarantee. But later on, the folks in the group got a little worried about that guarantee stuff, and they said, man, this should say it's supposed to be 100 races. So that's why I changed. Okay, but okay, look, you want credit for you think we're not smart enough to think of that? Nobody, but see, you like, why do you have to tell everybody that you said it then? Because you want credit. You want to be me so bad you don't know what to do. You just want credit for everything. Okay, but I didn't pay you no attention because you are a non-factor. You are not a businessman. You are not a promoter. You tell me again. You tell me all the time you're not a promoter. So if you're not a promoter, why are you trying to give me promoting? You try to give me promoting advice. I don't say I know everything, but at the end of the day, this is the problem. You think, put your phone on mute. Put your phone on mute now. At the end of the day, this is your problem. You want to be me. You want to tell me what to do. You want to give me advice and all kind of shit. Well, I'm saying, man, that's all good. And some of the things that you told me over the years when I used to talk to you, I took. Some of the things I didn't. But at the end of the day, again, you still are not me, and you're not going to rule me. You know, that's why you think that you can talk over everybody. That's why you can tell. That's why you sit and tell all these lies on me all the time. That's why you said that I've done nothing to you, but you don't like me and you hate me and you want to destroy me. Everybody knows. It's out there now. It's out there because I won't listen to you and I won't take your advice. But again, how can you tell me you're not a promoter? I mean, if you're not a brain surgeon, how are you going to give me advice on brain surgery? You're not a promoter. You told me you're not a promoter. Oh yes, well, okay, well, that's what promoters are. I don't know what you call. Well, I mean, again, just because you say it, don't make it true. Just because you say it don't make it true. And that's your trick with words. Guys, you are being fooled over and over again. This motherfucker has sit here and lied on me time after time with no proof. Now again, all you Jesse James dudes and you looking dudes and all you rest of you closet motherfuckers, again, which are all you, I believe, I don't know for a fact, but I believe. So, not looking though, I know who looking is. That's another dude that lives in North Carolina, in Raleigh. But anyway, but the point is this. Everybody sees that you have told a bunch of lies on me tonight and made a bunch of false accusations with no proof. Wow, man, you can go to the list. And listen, guys, those are on my show and any of the other shows. You guys hit the one button if you have a question for me or either dog, or if you have a comment. Well, again, I mean, I hope you guys are getting a glimpse or getting to see the inside of the tricks. He uses the repeat phrases. He says the same thing over and over again, but with no proof now. With no proof now, mind you. And one thing I tell Tight Man all the time, Tight Man, you should say things to me. I said, man, listen, you can't make that accusation without backing it up with some facts. Now, you can ask Tight Man, he's on the phone, I tell him that all the time. And I said, I'm so sensitive to that because there's a lot of people in the grudge world who are trying to knock me down, trying to knock my star, because they're making accusations without any facts. Without any facts. So how can you sit there? I mean, again, we're looking at the George Zimmerman case on TV today. Again, I mean, you got to have some evidence, all right? You can't just say somebody's guilty of something without no proof. Now, that's a goddamn lie. You have not caught me in one lie. You haven't caught me in anything, all right? Now, if you don't agree with my business practices, then so be it. People always have a choice to support you or to stay home if they don't agree with what you're giving. If they don't agree with you, don't like your prices, or they don't like your product, people can always stay home. But the reason that people support me most of the time is because I have, me and my partners always provide a good product. We work real hard to provide a good product. But like you said, grudge ain't guaranteed. It don't turn out, as well as we would like it all the time. Sometimes it turns out just like we planned it, great. But sometimes it doesn't. And everybody's had those good and bad shows. But you don't call nobody a crook just be... Hello? Are we on the show still? Oh, but you can't call nobody a crook just because you don't agree with their business practices, especially somebody who doesn't know the profession that you're in, number one, and two, especially somebody who's not even privy to any inside information. All this stuff is supposition. You're just saying it out in the air because you can say it. I can sit on here and just make up a bunch of shit about a bunch of people, but that does not make it true, folks. I mean, listen, go inside your head. Whether you like me or dislike me, if what I'm saying sound true, just because somebody said something, does that make it true? What facts did this man present tonight? None. I'm ready. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay, I don't see how that's a relevant question. The way this worked out, there were 25 teams. Now, when I approached whoever I approached to be a part of this, you did not have to. You could take on a spot by yourself, or you could be partners in a spot with somebody. So some spots are held individually, and some spots are held by multiple race teams. I personally have a spot by myself. Yes. Right. Right. Okay. Let me answer you, and let me first say that a mind is a terrible thing to waste. First of all, in this day and age, nobody rides to take nobody. The place that we sent the money to is in Indiana. I issued them a cashier's check for which I got a receipt with the company name on it, and I sent it to them. And during the negotiations, when we were on the phone, all of the partners, or a number of the partners, were on the phone, and they were witness to the negotiations. We have an email trail. Indicating what the negotiations, the details of the negotiation. So everybody is abreast of what all the negotiations were. So there was a cashier's check issued to them, and everybody has seen a copy of the cashier check. Well, that ain't really nobody's business on what we gonna make, man. And again, y'all are confusing this. This show is about dog accused me of being a crook. That question has how much money I make, or what size is But again, how is that relevant to you? How is that relevant to you? Okay, and? See, this race was never about the money. See, that's where you guys get it confused and get it twisted. And that's why it's important that you don't listen to liars and people that will mislead you and misguide you. Here's the issue. The issue is this ideal it started, hold on. No, you asked the question, let me answer. Let me answer. Yes. And I did, and wow, man, relax, man, please. I'm answering the question. But what I'm saying to you is, first of all, okay, this was never about how much money somebody could make. This was about putting on the biggest race that grudge racing has ever seen. And that's what you got involved for. Okay, now, is there some money to be made? Okay. Yo, who's got their mic open on my phone? Okay. That would be you, and that would be Jackson Dragway. All right, see, Mike, first of all, all right. First of all, let me address that. First of all, I haven't had a car the whole time that I've been in promoting, and I always bring 4 locked-in grudge races. So I do have 4 locked-in grudge races coming. So you don't have to have a car. You don't have to have your car locked in for 4 grudge races. Hardly anybody has 4 locked-in grudge races except Danye. He's the only one that has 4 locked-in grudge races personally. Everybody else has you know, their car may be locked in 1 or 2 races, but then they have their friends and some other folks locking in a race. So that's not the way it works. That's number one. That's not the, okay, let me finish though, Mike. And that's number one. Number two, everybody doesn't do everything the same way. So what you would do, somebody else might not do. You know, you're Mike Hill, I'm Prostock Joe. I do things my way, you do things your way. Now, when I choose not to say your name is because the issue is not you. The issue is not you, and please understand that the issue is Dog is a one-sided dude, okay? He keeps claiming to everybody with his, you want to do the background noise, somebody? So, put your phone on mute, Mike. Okay, you can put your phone on mute for a second. You can come back off if you need to. But see, that's the thing. I'm trying to get everybody to see that you are not the issue. Jackson's not the issue. As a matter of fact, I called Jeff Miles tonight and told him that I might be using him or his track, referencing them in some examples, because I don't want him to think that it's about him. And Mike, you know as well as I do that I'll pick up the phone and call you in a minute if there's an issue. I'm the one that's behind the scenes trying to work things out when there's heat elsewhere. I ignore Dog is what I do. That's what I've come to learn to do. But this thing where he put a track to on the board to me, he put it, well, okay, let's have a debate, you can control it. There's no way I could have said no to that, because all the lies that he tells all the time would have seemed true. But at the end of the day, the reason that I said your man and your track or your clique or use those kinds of terms is because I do not want to make you the issue. You are not the issue. What I'm saying to everybody that this dude is one-sided. He tricks everybody with his words. He'll say, I'm about as fair as they come. But yet and still, one man, you can't talk about how he makes his living. The next man, it's open season. One man, he says, or you can talk as long as you like, as long as you're criticizing somebody or agreeing with something that he says. But then when you get on and talk about something that he doesn't want to talk about or he doesn't agree with, he'll cut you off and shut you up real quick and move on. All right, but he'll do that shit so slick that people don't see. And again, he's got some people out here brainwashed. A dude came on just now and said, Dog, what did you think was going to happen? Everybody know. Everybody knows what? What proof was offered tonight? Not one shred of evidence, just him saying shit. I can sit here and say shit all day. Anybody can. Oh, Mike Hill do this, or Wild Man do that. But no, I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm not. No. Wild Man. Listen. No, Wild Man, I'm just not finished. I'm trying to drive the point home. Just because somebody says something, we all got to stop taking it for truth unless they can produce a... I'm sorry. Okay. $25. All race cars are free. $25 per day admission, $40 for a 2-day pass. No personal vehicles inside the gate. You park in the parking lot and you walk through. That's it. Golf carts and 4-wheelers are fine. No extra charge for them. Kids 12 and under free. Pregnant women don't get charged twice. Okay. The only vehicles that will be personal vehicles that will be allowed are the RVs, because the track is selling RV spots or something like that, and they're allowing them. So there's nothing we can do about that. That's nothing to do with us. We don't get that money. And that's $75 for 1 day for a hookup and $125 for 2 days. But again, that has nothing to do with us. That goes directly to the track. Now, in terms of RVs are the only personal vehicles inside, except those of the partners and of the teams. I'm sorry about that, but we're expecting a lot of cars. So just like, you know, any big event, ADRL or Orlando World Street Nationals, they don't take personal cars. You park in the parking lot. The parking lot is not that far. It's right behind at Rockingham. If you've ever been there, if you get there early, there's a gate right behind the stands. The stands on the, if you're standing facing the finish line for the starting line, the stands on the left hand side, the parking lot is right behind there, about 100 feet or so. So it's not that far. 9 o'clock in the morning. Yes, sir. All right, man. We'll see you there, doctor. We'll definitely see you there. Okay. Yes. All right. Well, number one, they have to come together, and they have to make sure that they're with the guys and the crew, and the guys tell me that, and we'll make some allowances for stuff like that. We want to make sure the races are very comfortable. Right. The driver just has to pay, you know, admission like everybody else, but the racers get in free, and they can even buy a 2-day pass for $40. Same deal. And those people that buy 2-day passes, there will be no waiting in line on the second day. So that would be suggested that you buy the 2-day pass. Yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna rain, man. It's not gonna rain. But if it does, that would be Sunday. But it's not gonna rain. We childs of God too. No, your car has to be trailered to get in to get inside. Wow, man, I got a bunch of callers over here that want to jump in. Okay. You know what? Jay Barnes and those guys are on. Why don't we go to some of their callers first, and then we can go to my callers after that. If they want to do that. If you want to do that, wow, man, that would be okay. Let me see this number. Let me see this number. Okay, I just opened the microphone and it's going twice. I gotta close that up. 347-0005. That's you, wild man? Okay, I hung it up. No. Okay, let me get some callers. Let me get some callers from over here, wild man. Let me get some callers. Here we go. 252-5846. I don't know who this. I don't know. 252-5846. Caller, go ahead. 347. 202 202 6003. Okay. Yeah, I'll answer first. Don't tell me how to talk. Listen, brother, caller, I believe that's a false equivalent. You see, I don't necessarily call dog's name. Only if I ever call it, it's in response to him talking something about me. I mean, at the end of the day, my shows, I try to have a hot topic every week. It's about racing. I try to give the race reports. I try to keep my show about racing and locking in all the time. I don't get on here trying to beat people down and run people down. I have no agenda. If dog never called my name, believe you me, God knows, and that's G-O-D, I would never call that man's name. Well, if you want to park inside the fence, you can't. 347-0440. And first of all, there was no 91089. Again, making suppositions. You don't know what the fuck is going on over here on my side, but you're just making some accusations. Here we go with the hateration. 9108939. 910-910-8939. right, now let me respond to that. 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 Wild man. Wild man. Wild man. Wild man. Wild man. Let me respond to that. Let me respond to that, please. I wasn't clicking over, Miss Scott. It doesn't. Okay. Okay. Again, with the damn assumptions, I put my phone on mute because I got texts that there's a lot of background noise. So I put my phone on mute to make sure it wasn't me because I was rustling some papers on my desk. Okay. That's number one. Number two. I will keep my phone open from this point forward. Okay. Point taken. But let me say something to the caller. You see, this is what the biggest misconception about this whole thing is. Why do you guys, this is an unequaled relationship. This is like somebody being stalked. Okay. No, and I'm responding, wild man. Wild man, I'm responding if you will allow me. No, but listen. He directed it to me. He directed it to me. He made a statement to me. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. 404-9585. 404-9585. Okay, Breadman, go ahead. Ty Man, are you there? Okay. Hold on, let me get back on my show. I fell off. Let me get back on my show. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, Breadman. Okay, Breadman. Yes, sir. Right. I don't know why. I don't know who is blind and who is being tricked here. At the end of the day, can you guys not see this is not a this is an unequal yoke? I don't do anything to dog. He told y'all he don't like me because he can't control me. You see, that's the whole point. I don't do anything. I don't call his name. I don't say anything to him. So he don't have to call my name. I only call his name in response to what he does to me. He calls me crook with no proof. He says that I'm a liar, but he's been lying on here all night long and everybody sees it. So why do you guys keep saying it's equal? We don't have to be friends. How are you going to be friends with a guy that says he don't like you? What are you guys, what is on your mind? What are you thinking? Why do you guys keep saying that? That's so easy for to say you two guys should make up. But how am I supposed to make up? I mean, how do you make up? I mean, you just say you got a girlfriend or a homeboy. Your homeboy don't like you. Well, how smart are you to keep going in his face or getting close to him for him to stab you in the back? For him to lie on you, for him to call you names, and for him to try to destroy your reputation. What are you guys thinking? I don't understand it. You keep saying it. It's an unequal yoke. I am not after him. I don't have nothing for him. He has for me. He's always on the internet about me. He's always doing shows about me. It's not the same. And so y'all let that go. Y'all just saying that it's okay for him to keep attacking me. So that's all he's saying is if Joe don't make up with me, I'm going to keep attacking him. Why don't you just agree to stop calling my name? I'll agree to stop calling yours. That'll be fine. Okay, we got it settled. We're good then. We're great. That was a mouthful, wow, man. That was a mouthful. What's up, doctor? No, you said I could be a crook And there was nothing presented here today that suggests that I was. There was no facts proven here today. None. But how do you still say that? Just, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wow, man, I got a caller if it's okay. 601-1093. Seven 757-0192. What's up? I'm fine with it, Wildman. Nine one four two. Let me just get Terry in. Let me just get Terry in first. 914-2566. What show, Mike? Well, what's his show number? I don't know his number. .005. Okay. Okay, is that it? BET has to get off of, can't be on two lines. If I open this line up, you gotta close the other one. All right, how about now? It's still doing the same thing. Yeah. What's up, doctor? Mm-hmm. We called a lot of people. We may have missed some. That was an oversight. And like I said, we tried to get as many people as we could. We would have had a lot more, but at a certain point, the partners decided to cut it off, and that was an oversight. But I mean, who's to say that next year you can't be a part of it? So it was just an oversight, if anything. Okay, by the time you and I had talked, we had 2 shows scheduled. Now, I didn't know when you scheduled your show. I did my show. We had this show booked in the early January. So I didn't know anything about your show. When I found out about your show, I called you and I made you an offer. I told you that those guys were already coming to World Grudge Nationals, so the stars of your show wouldn't be there. And in order for you not to lose money, I said to you, if you canceled your show on Saturday, moved it to Sunday, or not canceled, but just reschedule your show for Sunday, I would make sure that I got some cars to come down there for you. So again, it was just mistiming. And there are a lot of shows. I got nephew. I got nephew on my phone. You want to put him in? Nephew, you're on. Because Wildman is controlling the show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I was making a larger point that shows are on top of shows all the time. Dog made the point that people have thrown the don't book on top of a booking out the window, and I said, yeah, it's true because people do it all the time now. They book on top of each other all the time. I said there's a show in Bowman on that weekend. There's a show in Thunder Valley. There's a show in Rockingham. And there's a show in Jackson. I mean Huntsville. So people do it all the time, yes. And I was making the point. Of course, it's Mike's show. Mike is promoting that show. And if you look at the advertisement, hosted by no. Mike Hill is hosting that show. He's promoting the show. So what are you talking about? It's not his show. Are you kidding me? Nephew, I understand that. I understand that, but we've already had this conversation 10 times, and the larger point is that there are shows being thrown on top of shows. Now, you and I both know that Mike Hill is a central grudge figure. He's one of the biggest grudge promoters in the grudge game. So when he throws a show, what do you think? I apologize, but again, I mean, I don't know. What did we talk about while Real Trip?